No, I understand you're doing your job, and we're trying to compromise, and I've disabled it twice now. I'm trying to compromise here.
We are trying to compromise as well.
Okay, I will try one more thing, okay?
No.
It's no longer done. I mean, if I'm going to give it to you, I might as well give you a broken down.
Next team is coming in 20 minutes.
And now the boss is coming out, trying to confiscate it. That was a huge crash. They're tied up alongside our boat. And yeah, I'll show you. I don't know if I can show you from here, but there's they hit right up here in front of this panel, and it just exploded this ceiling panel. How do we want to phrase this video?
Just say this is the closest we've ever been to getting.
I'm Ben, that's Ashley. Together, we did the unimaginable. We sold everything and then set off on a mission to sail around the world.
Civilization. See you later.
28 countries later and over 25,000 nautical miles, we are only halfway around the world.
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Subscribe to follow the adventure as we finish this lap.
I can smell Sri Lanka. The wind just shifted, so it's an offshore breeze. It smells like dirt. It smells like jungle. So crazy how you can smell certain things. At sea, your smell becomes very attuned to what's out there because you haven't smelt anything for days and weeks at a time. So it was amazing, Sri Lanka. I wish we could stop there, but unfortunately we gotta go. The season is changing here in the northern hemisphere, and we gotta go to the Maldives, then pop below the equator and head to the Seychelles. Our waves from our boat are the only waves on this section of ocean. It's our last night out here. We've been at sea, I think 12 days now, something like that. I might be wrong. I want to fact check me on that one.
11 days out at sea, and it's the first time we've been on passage with the kids. It's the first time we've been on passage in over 2 years. So there was a lot of like figuring stuff out on this passage for sure.
2 years in Thailand, we're finally going to be in the Maldives. Who would have guessed? Not us. We thought we were stuck.
I can't believe we left Thailand, first of all. I thought we might never leave. The last couple of days have been super hard. We've both been tired, and I think the sun got to us. It's been really, really, really hot during the day, and we don't go out in the sun ever. Well, he had to fix a batten again. The battens have been a real issue on this trip. Even with no wind, they've been breaking. He ended up with heat stroke, some sort of mild heat stroke. So he was running a bit of a high temperature. He was hot, he was cold, he was lethargic. It was bad, and he was nauseous, and he was throwing up actually, which is a little bit scary. It was making me really scared. Plus then we have the 2 kids and all the boat stuff to do, and he could not do anything. Luckily there's not a lot going on out here. There wasn't a lot of traffic. We've been in contact with a doctor, Ken, and one of the things he told me to get before we left Thailand was this oral rehydration solution, I think it's called. This stuff, I think it saved us the other day with Ben being sick. But other than that, the passage has been an excellent passage.
It's definitely been a good passage. It's been a passage of a lot of growth for the kids. Bodhi was a wide-eyed, looking around little dude before we started. And now he's an animal. He's lurching himself forward on all fours. He's army crawling. He's rolling like an alligator to get places.
He's 6 months old on this trip. He started to eat food.
It's crazy. He's changed so much. And Willa too.
Willa's totally thriving. She loves it. She climbs all over the boat, inside, outside now. She's fantastic. She hangs on when it's rough. She doesn't mind it.
She's changing very quickly. Absorbing, learning. Just have to be really careful with it, okay? See, you turn this, and the inside always stays the same. When you say compass, when you say bearing compass. That's how we find other ships out here. We look them up on the AIS, see what their bearing is, and then we can point that at them.
She thrives on the boat, and it doesn't matter where the boat is or what the boat's doing.
I think a lot of that is because the parents have been around a lot on this passage, and kids love that. That's all they need is just parents 24/7.
We color, we play with toys, we watch movies, and we've had some beautiful moments. Whoa, look at that! Can you see them? That's intense. Willa, look down here. There they are. Come sit on the edge with Mama.
Same guy?
I came up on shift and the stars are out and it's beautiful and they're reflecting in the ocean because the ocean is glassy.
Sad to have a passage come to an end, as it always is. I love my night times out here at sea. Yes, I'm tired often, but you also get time to reflect without screaming kids. You get time to yourself, which is rare these days.
I wish we could have sailed more, as always, but this is probably it in terms of windows, and this is what we got, and we took it, and we are thrilled to be here.
Talk tomorrow when we arrive in the Maldives.
We're gonna be there tomorrow.
That's all we got left for jerry cans. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. These ones are all empty.
41 nautical miles to go. We'll be there this afternoon, and we cannot wait. I'm so excited.
What are you doing?
It's like, I'm going for it, guys.
Daredevil. That's the only step we have in the cockpit.
Mom watched me crawl off this last time, and I face planted.
How's life aboard with 2 little kids, Mom?
There's no free time, like none. It's incredible. I mean, I look forward to getting to the Maldives because after 2 weeks of not being on land, it would be good for her to go run a little bit.
We haven't been in internet contact for what, 12, 13 days now? And you forget there's still a war in Europe right now. There's a destroyer, I don't know, some sort of Navy ship heading out. I have no idea what's going on in the world. It's kind of nice. The world does its thing. It'll continue to do its thing, no matter what we do out here.
Anchor down! See if this thing holds. We're in deep water. Oh, it feels so good to be here though. Can you believe it?
Oh, is that good? Let's push this button. Engine's off for the first time in 12 days.
11.
11. Something like that. Doesn't really matter.
We lost count. I think we turned the engines off for maybe 4 hours in total in this whole trip here.
Yeah, there's a lot of motoring. We knew that though going in, and we took that weather window because it's supposed to just keep building headwinds, so we took the no wind weather window.
We figured it's the last window to get here from Thailand without going south.
I don't know if we've ever explained it, but when you're traveling by boat, you need to clear in voluntarily at each country. So you arrive and you call up customs. It's not like a border where you have to go through gates. Just call them up and say, we're here. You have to call them beforehand and say, we're going to arrive in a week or a day. And they just called us back on our satellite phone. They said, they're coming. So we're waiting. And you wait. And then some hours later they come. And then you pay some money. And then there's often like customs. And then there's immigration. And then there's health.
Port captain.
Yeah, sometimes there's a port captain who also has to have a job with his pencil and his paper.
Oh, Ben, don't go there.
And that's about it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just waiting for the authorities to show up.
So we got the Coast Guard here in the Maldives, and they're trying to take away my spear gun from Indonesia. It's a very special spear gun. It doesn't really work. We just actually disabled it, we cut it, and now they're trying to take it away from us. We made a big mistake. We are here in Maldives. It is a port town, it is busy, and we got the closest today ever to being arrested and searched in a foreign country.
It wasn't really scary, but we pushed it a bit too far, and there was two things that happened. One, Ben made a mistake. Ben made his mistake on his declaration in his customs declaration.
Well, hold on. Let me back up. Let's lay the framework here. So before we even set off from Thailand, we had to file a bunch of paperwork to get into the Maldives. That included declaring if we had any spear guns aboard. Usually that's totally fine as a cruising yacht because, well, you're transiting through the country, you're taking them with you, it's no problem. Cruisers are not typically violent people. So they wanted to look at our spear guns when we arrived, and we showed them to them. One was a snare, a lobster snare, and the other one was a spear gun from Indonesia that was given to us as a trade from Indonesians in the middle of the night. It was very sentimental. We've had to move out of the cockpit. There's Coast Guard in there who doesn't want to be filmed. We're trying to keep this spear gun. This is a spear gun that's very dear to me. Some of you might remember we traded it for some t-shirts. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Usman. My name is Usman.
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 I'm Ben.
Ben.
Ben, yeah. And these are your friends?
Australia.
No, Canada.
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 Jauh.
Yeah, cold.
Canada. Me. Mister.
Yes.
Costume. Two.
Look at you.
Ciao.
One costume, but have more t-shirts. It's a big memory. We were trying to take it home to Canada, but they want to confiscate it here in the Maldives.
You okay?
Yeah.
So we did not want to give up that gun because basically what they say is they take it upon entry. It's like a weapon. Like they're treating it like a gun, like a big gun, like a real gun that actually goes bang. This thing literally shot, if it would even have done it, because the elastic was so rotten, it would have shot 1.5 feet. So we're talking 1.5 feet. Anyway, they're confiscating it and then we can get it on exit. So it's not a big deal, except that we're entering in Mali. We're entering in the north and we're exiting on the south.
Yeah, so it has to be transported to the south, which...
Apparently they have to send like a guard, like a Coast Guard has to be, we have to pay a Coast Guard person to transit this weapon to the south.
Which is going to be expensive, and basically we've kissed it goodbye. So we tried to explain that it's not a spear gun, it's ornamental. That didn't work. We cut the elastic to disable it. That did not work. I then continued to break it with my knee, and that really angered them, I think. Try one more thing, okay?
No.
It's no longer a gun. It's not a gun. Can you pull your both backs in the picture? I mean, if I'm going to give it to you, I might as well give you a broken gun. This is very, very bad welcome for us. You understand that, right?
We understand, but
We did not understand the laws when you came in. You should have declared it as not a gun because it is not a gun. Can you change your declaration? The gentleman that was on the boat was really lovely, and he saw that it was not a real threat. He knew it was a silly thing, but the law is the law.
You can have the gun. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. Please take it. Oh, and when they left, oh my God. Like,
there was a massive ferry going by.
well, and they didn't untie, so then...
They tied up. They should never have tied up.
They came in with a little... Tender, speedboat, whatever. And the guy didn't really know how to drive, I think, or parallel park, so basically he smacked into our boat so hard he left a dent in the side of it, and holy shit, what had just happened?
I don't know what to think. This is outrageous. The waves here are outrageous. They make you anchor here in this horrible spot in Malé where it's like super deep, and then a big boat comes by and they don't even realize it. And they crash into the side of our boat and there's a huge dent in it now. I'm not even sure. We got to get in our dinghy and check it, but I think we just got to move the boat first because it's getting dark. How bad is it? Like, are we going to leave? There's another big one coming.
I think it left a little dent, but we may have gotten lucky. That could have been a hole, man. Of course, that doesn't get documented by them. They just leave, right? I'll have to look at it from the inside and see if there's any cracking. Anyways, just
another day in paradise.
It's not like we can hold them accountable, but they can hold us accountable. So part of this too is that we just came off 11-day passage. We're tired, we're exhausted, we are somewhat emotional, and I think we made a bad call. Honestly, I think we should have just given it up. But as it is in these situations, you think you can negotiate, you think you can persuade, but you can't in some of these countries, and we should learn from that mistake, I believe, and honestly not let this experience ruin our Maldivian cruise.
Because they were just doing their job, and we were just trying to, I guess, protect some. I'm sorry, I'm tired. And we were just trying to protect something that was meaningful to us, because we'll see how much it costs to get it back, but I think it'll be a lot. It's kind of funny, like.
Anyways, if we do get it back, it'll have quite the story to tell. It's been broken, it's been cut, we almost got arrested for it. Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Ridiculous.
Also, I'm just bloody exhausted and really grateful to be here, and actually totally disappointed that we are here in this harbor because it is yucky. I'm not gonna lie.
So here we are, Maldives. We got a full night's sleep if we don't hit anyone. Someone else's land, man. Their rules, not ours.
And that's part of sailing around the world, and it's, you know, this is one time out of I don't know how many countries we've been through.
We're still stuck in the Maldives. We're still waiting on the cruising permit. And we're not allowed to leave this harbor with our vessel.
It's been 10 days since we got here. We go through phases of being like resigned to it and okay with it, to being quite upset by it, to being a little bit angry by it, to being looking at leaving and checking out of the country and just leaving, which is actually a distinct possibility if we don't get our cruising permit by Sunday. We've decided we're gonna just leave. Where do you want to go?
Beach.
There's no beach here.
There's no beach. I know. I know.
We'll go for a dinghy ride, okay?
Dinghy ride. We'll go for a dinghy ride. You can drive. They let us go around the harbor at least, okay? That'd be fun. Okay.